It's quarterfinal time on BGSU Brain Game. Coming up next is Defiance versus Olentangy Berlin. It's going to be a brain battle beyond belief. Only one team can leave victorious. Who's it going to be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game, Defiance versus Olentangy Berlin. Let's look at our starting lineup for Defiance, led by Coach Kerr. In slot number 1, we have George, a sophomore. In slot number 2, we have Andrew, a senior. In slot number 3, we have Juan, a senior. Now for Olentangy Berlin, led by Coach Bird. In slot number 1, we have Martin, a junior. In slot number 2, we have Ishan, a sophomore. And in slot number 3, we have Kai, a junior. All right, welcome to Olentangy Berlin and Defiance. Going to start things off with our toss-up round. In this round, there are 10 questions. They are worth 10 points apiece. No deduction for an incorrect answer, so you can play a little bit looser on your buzzers if you'd like. You may confer before buzzing in, not after, and you can steal. I repeat, you can steal a question in this round. All right, we ready? All right, BGSU Brain Game, here we go. 2 types of quartz are naturally formed as a microcrystalline varieties. Identify either of these 2 used in the creation of handmade arrowheads and scrapers. That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
Gypsum.
Incorrect. Defiance, chance to steal. That would be George.
Amethyst.
Incorrect. Flint or chert is what we needed there. Flint or chert. In the U.S. presidential election of 1992, Bill Clinton defeated George H.W. Bush, and which other, that would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
Ross Perot.
Ross Perot, that is correct. Reform Party in 96 election. Spoken by over 70% of Chinese. This form of the that would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
Mandarin.
Mandarin is correct. This arm of the Atlantic Ocean is bordered by Finland, Denmark. That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
The Baltic.
Baltic is correct. Originally, this city of waterways was built upon 118 islands that have since, that would be Olentangy Berlin. Martin.
Venice.
Venice is correct. In The Once and Future King, which wizard is hired by Sir Ector to tutor a boy called the Wart? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
King Arthur.
Incorrect. Defiance, chance to steal. Juan.
Merlin.
Merlin is what we were looking for there, yes. Called a once-in-a-lifetime event for many people, the last time this phenomenon occurred in the United States from coast to coast, that would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
A solar eclipse.
We will accept that, yes. Which region of the universe that scientists believe may extend up to 1 light year from the sun is populated by frozen objects and is named after the Dutch astronomer who first theorized that would be Defiance? Juan.
Kepler Belt.
Incorrect. Olentangy Berlin, chance to steal. Theorized its existence. That would be Ishan.
Black holes.
Incorrect. Oort cloud. We needed the Oort cloud there. Multiple choice question. These 4 tiny glands of the human body produce a hormone that regulates calcium and phosphorus levels. Is it A, the pineal gland, B, pituitary gland, or C, parathyroid? That would be Defiance. Andrew.
C.
C, parathyroid is correct. Identify the 2-word phrase that designates a defeated public office holder who is serving the last part of their term. That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
A lame duck.
A lame duck is correct. That is all 10 questions in this round. Let's take a look at our score. We have Defiance currently at 20 points, and in the lead, Olentangy Berlin with 60 points. But We're just getting started. The risk and reward round is coming up next. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. It's Defiance 20, Olentangy Berlin 60 points. Before we get to our next round, let's meet some new players from Olentangy Berlin. A fresh batch here. In slot number 1, we have Ryan, a sophomore. In slot number 2, we have Annabella, a senior. And in slot number 3, we have Matthew, also a senior. Defiance has elected to stay with their lineup from the last round, so welcome to our new players and our returning players. This is the risk and reward round. Both teams are going to get a shot at the same questions. The first 9 are 10 points apiece, no deduction for an incorrect answer. The 10th question, we will give you a topic, and you can risk up to 30 of your points in 5-point increments based on that topic. You get it right, bonus points. You get it wrong or a non-answer, that is negative points. But if you don't like the topic, you can simply pass, all right? Okay, Olentangy Berlin, since you're at 60 points, you will be sticking around. Defiance, out you go, and off to isolation they go. All right, Olentangy Berlin, are you ready for your risk and reward round? Here we go. In the labyrinth designed by Daedalus, Theseus fought this creature that was half bull, half man. That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ryan.
The Minotaur.
The Minotaur is correct. As a person moves east to west from the Greenwich Mean Time Zone, which is designated as 0 degrees, how many degrees mark the change from a given hour to an hour later? Is it 15 degrees or 25 degrees? That would be Ryan.
15 degrees.
15 degrees is correct. If Candace has been diagnosed with a severe case of otitis media, which body part is inflamed? That would be Annabella.
The ear?
The ear is correct. Which U.S. state is home to Elvis Presley's boyhood home at Tupelo, the Vicksburg National Military Park, and the Biloxi Lighthouse? I'm sorry, not in time. Mississippi is what we were looking for there. During the 15th century in Europe, which family from Florence gained great wealth through their financially, that would be Olentangy Berlin, Annabella?
The Medici family?
The Medici family, yes. Beginning with the letter C, what is the name for a skilled licensed professional who washes, cuts, and styles women's hair? That would be Ryan.
A cutter.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Cosmetologist, though that does describe what they do. Among the sugars, which one that is similar to glucose in its composition is sweeter than table sugar and is used in many sweetened drinks? That would be Ryan.
Fructose.
Fructose is correct. In the sentence, Miss Hanover said my handwriting was illegible. What is the correct spelling of the word illegible? That would be Annabella.
Illegible.
Correct. When the U.S. Supreme Court first convened in February 1790, in which city did it meet? Was it New York City or Philadelphia? That would be Matthew.
Philadelphia.
Incorrect. New York City. New York City. Risk and reward time. The topic is verbs. Verbs. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments, or you can pass on verbs.
Risk 20.
20 points on verbs. What verb that begins with the letter W designates the gradual substitution of foods for a mother's milk in infants and young animals? I'm sorry, not in time. Wean. We needed wean there. Unfortunately, negative 20 points on that. Olentangy Berlin, that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. Let's clear your score and send you off to isolation. All right, let's bring back in Defiance. Come on in, Defiance. All right, Defiance, welcome back from isolation. Are you ready for risk and reward? All right, here we go. In the labyrinth designed by Daedalus, Theseus fought with this creature that was half bull, half man. Identify this monster. That will be George.
Minotaur.
Minotaur is correct. As a person moves east from the Greenwich Mean Time Zone, which is designated as 0 degrees, how many degrees mark the change from a given hour to an hour later? Is it 15 degrees or 25 degrees? That would be Andrew.
15 degrees.
15 is correct. If Candace has been diagnosed with a severe case of otitis media, which body part is inflamed? That would be Andrew.
The bones?
Incorrect, the ear, specifically the middle ear. Which U.S. state is home to Elvis Presley's boyhood home at Tupelo, the Vicksburg National Military Park, and the Biloxi Lighthouse? That would be George.
Mississippi.
Mississippi is correct. During the 15th century in Europe, which family from Florence gained great wealth through their financially sound banking practices? That would be George.
Medici.
Medici is correct. Begins with the letter C. What is the name for a skilled licensed professional who washes, cuts, and styles women's hair? That would be Juan.
Cosmetologist.
Correct. Among the sugars, which one that is similar to glucose in its composition is sweeter than table sugar and is used in many sweetened drinks? That will be Andrew.
Sucrose.
Sucrose, incorrect. Fructose, close. In the sentence, Miss Hanover said my handwriting was illegible. What is the correct spelling of the word illegible? That would be Andrew.
Illegible.
Correct. When the U.S. Supreme Court first convened in February 1790, in which city did it meet? Was it New York City or Philadelphia? That would be George.
Philadelphia.
Incorrect. New York City. Risk and reward time. The topic is verbs. 30 points. Up to 30 points in 5-point increments, or you can pass on the subject of verbs.
Can we risk 15?
15 it is. 15 on verbs. What verb that begins with the letter W designates the gradual substitution of foods for a mother's milk in infants and young animals? That would be Andrew.
Weaning.
Weaning is correct. 15 points for Defiance, and that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. Let's clear the score and let's bring back in Olentangy Berlin. All right, Olentangy Berlin, you stand at 100 points, and we did have a scoring correction for Defiance, and you now stand at 105 points. A very close competition indeed. You're going to want to stick around. It's just getting started. Things are going to get really exciting now because the power's going to shift. Category round is coming up next. Stay tuned. Welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Olentangy Berlin, 100 points. Defiance, 105 points. Before we move on to our next round, let's welcome back Ishan in slot number 2 for Olentangy Berlin, and welcoming Akil for Olentangy Berlin in slot number 3. And Akil is a sophomore, and Annabella just slid one slot over. And welcome back to our returning players from Defiance as well. This is the category round. Power shifts a little bit now to you, our teams. There are 6 categories to choose from. Inside each category are questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points. Deductions do start now. So if you go for 20, you're actually risking 20 points. There is one double or nothing hiding in there. Could be a game changer. We'll wait and see. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. Olentangy Berlin, since you were at 100 points, you make the first selection.
College mascots for 25.
College mascots for 25 points. Answer the following related to the university mascots and nicknames. Short for Hercules. Herky is the mascot for Iowa. What type of animal is he? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
A Hawkeye.
He is a, will we accept Hawkeye? I'm sorry, we can't. Defiance, chance to steal. That will be Andrew.
Hawk.
Just a hawk, correct. Defiance in control.
Music terms for 20, please.
Music terms for 20 points. Identify the following terms associated with the study of music. The speed at which a musical piece, that would be Defiance. George.
Tempo.
Tempo is correct. Defiance in control.
Music terms for 25.
Music terms for 25 points. Stress given to one tone over another. That would be Defiance. Andrew.
Accent.
Accent is correct. Defiance in control.
Music terms for 30.
Music terms for 30 points. What three-syllable word means to gradually? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Annabella.
Crescendo.
Crescendo is correct. Olentangy Berlin takes control.
College mascots for 30.
College mascots for 30 points. What animal is the mascot for the University of Alabama? That would be Ishan for Olentangy Berlin.
An elephant.
An elephant is correct. Olentangy Berlin in control.
College mascots for 20.
College mascots now for 20 points. Arizona State's Sparky. That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
A devil.
Will we accept a devil? More specific, please.
Sun devil.
Sun devil is correct. Olentangy Berlin in control.
College mascots for 15.
College mascots for 15. Wisconsin's Bucky. That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
A badger.
Badger is correct. Olentangy Berlin in control.
College mascots for 10.
College mascots now for 10. BGSU's Freddie and Frida. That would be Defiance. Juan.
Cardinal.
Incorrect. Are what creatures? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
A falcon.
They are falcons. Correct. That finishes off that category. In control still is Olentangy Berlin.
Geography numbers for 20.
Geography numbers for 20 points. I will ask a geography question-based question seeking a numerical answer. I will ask a geography question seeking a numerical answer. Number of New England states in America. That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
6.
6 is correct. Olentangy Berlin in control.
Let's do geography numbers for 25.
Geography numbers for 25 points. How many territories, not provinces, does Canada have? That would be Defiance. George.
3.
3 is correct. Defiance takes back control.
Geography numbers for 30.
Geography numbers now for 30 points. Number of South American countries through, that would be Defiance. George.
13.
Incorrect. Through which the equator passes. Olentangy Berlin, chance to steal. That would be Ishan.
3.
3 is correct. Olentangy Berlin takes control.
Let's do geography numbers for 15.
Geography numbers for 15 points. How many states border Ohio? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
5.
5 is correct. Olentangy Berlin in control.
Let's round off geography numbers.
Finishing off geography numbers for 10 points. Number of continents in the world. That would be Olentangy Berlin. Akil.
7.
7 is correct. Olentangy Berlin in control.
Let's do British royalty for 20.
British royalty for 20 points. What name is given to the London home of the monarch? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
Buckingham Palace.
Correct. Olentangy Berlin in control, putting on the gas.
Let's go to British royalty for 25.
British royalty for 25 points. Which son of the current monarch would take over the British throne after his father? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Akil.
George.
Incorrect. Defiance, chance to steal. That would be George.
Andrew.
Incorrect. Prince William. Prince William. Olentangy Berlin in control.
Let's go to British royalty for 15.
British royalty for 15 points. Double or nothing question. Who is Prince Harry's wife? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Annabella.
Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle is correct. Olentangy Berlin still in control.
Let's go to British royalty for 30.
British royalty for 30 points. What royal home is located in the country near Berkshire? Time. That would be Windsor Castle. Windsor Castle. Olentangy Berlin in control.
Let's round up British royalty.
British royalty now for 10 points. Who is the current monarch of Great? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Akil.
King Charles.
It's more specific, please.
King Charles II.
Incorrect. Defiance, chance to steal. That would be George.
King Charles III.
King Charles III is what we needed there. Defiance in control.
Begins with Y for 25.
Begins with Y for 25. Also called a kippa, a small round. That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
A yarmulke.
Yarmulke is correct. Olentangy Berlin in control. End of round. Let's take a look at our score. Defiance has 145 points, and currently in the lead is Olentangy Berlin with 295 points. But it's not over yet. Stick around. Our brainstorm round is coming up next. Questions are worth 20 points, negative 20 points. Still could be anybody's game. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Defiance 145, Olentangy Berlin 295. Both teams have elected to stay with their lineup from the last round, so we're going to get right to it. We're moving on to the brainstorm round. This is where all the marbles are. In this round, questions are worth 20 points apiece. Negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, but no stealing. I repeat, no stealing in this round. Olentangy Berlin, Defiance, are you ready? You ready at home? I hope so, because here we go. First question. Identify the prehistoric creature that was similar to elephants and mammoths. Olentangy Berlin, Akil.
The woolly mammoth.
Incorrect. Mastodon is what we needed there. What is the chemical compound name for table salt? That would be Akil.
Sodium chloride.
Correct. This novel ends as Rachel rescues the Pequods, as the Rachel rescues the Pequods only. That would be Defiance. Juan.
Moby Dick.
Moby Dick is correct. Ghost, hermit, spider, fiddler, and horseshoe are all varieties of what? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Akil.
Crab.
Crab is correct. In literature and film, what type of creatures are Howard, Ping, and Daffy? That would be Defiance. Juan.
Duck.
They are indeed ducks. In a mollusk, which structure allows for both excretion and breathing? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
Is it the gill?
It is the gill, yes. Name the pigment that protects skin from damage due to, that would be Olentangy Berlin. Akil.
Melanin.
Melanin is correct. Identify the property of a metal that allows it to be drawn into the form of a wire. That would be Defiance. Juan.
Ductility.
Ductility is correct. Which U.S. city serves as the capital of the state that borders Connecticut to its west? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
Albany.
Albany is correct. Vaduz is the capital of which tiny European nation located between, that would be Defiance. George.
Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein is correct. Who is the only person to have served as both president and chief justice? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
Taft.
Taft is correct. Who said fish and visitors stink in 3 days? Time. Benjamin Franklin. In literature, what type of societies are demonstrated by the Republic of Gilead? That would be Defiance. Swan.
Dystopians.
Dystopians is correct. As the birthstone for the month of November, that would be Defiance. George.
Topaz.
Topaz is correct. What is the name of the reference aid that primarily provides synonyms? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
The thesaurus.
Thesaurus is correct. What state is home to the Space Needle? That would be Olentangy Berlin. Ishan.
Washington.
Washington is correct. Which part of speech would appear first in an alphabetical listing? That would be, did you get in time? Olentangy Berlin. Akil.
Verb.
Incorrect. Adjective is what we needed there. Okay, let's take a look at our score. Defiance 265 and our winner Olentangy Berlin with 415. Let's give both these teams a big round of applause. Those big numbers. Spirit of good sportsmanship. Let's come out, meet in the middle, shake hands, and we will see you at the next BGSU Brain Game. Come on out, everybody.